Man, this about to be a cold video. I can't wait for Valentino, man, start spitting that game.
You ain't even follow me on Kick yet, did you?
Damn, I sure have.
You ain't even motherfucking hit up the Discord.
I'm gonna do that shit after this.
Shout yourself out on the Discord. You ain't even welcome yourself to my damn Discord. You talking about you been here since... You ain't been here since no damn Genesis, man.
I've been here since Genesis.
You ain't been here since the Genesis, man.
Nah, I promise.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on Valentino Ali right quick, man. I'm just one of the mods right quick. My nigga, why you ain't tapping to the Kick? Why you ain't tapping to the Discord? Hold on, I know you ain't up in here, man, fucking listen to me speak, and you ain't even hit the like button, though. Yeah, hey, everybody else, man, come up in here, man. I know y'all haven't been here since the Genesis, man. I'm only talking to my niggas that been here since the beginning. But everybody else, man, y'all come up in here, man, sit down, enjoy the show while Valentino Ali get prepared. Yeah, but to the day ones, man, y'all ain't pull up on the Kick. Y'all ain't fucking with the Discord. Yeah, y'all ain't been here since the Genesis, man. Y'all ain't been to the... Hey, man, Valentino will be disgusted with y'all, man. What's happening? My name Valentino Ali, and I'm back with another motherfucking video. Valentino, nigga, how you get so much confidence? Valentino, do you just wake up with confidence? Valentino, how do you build confidence? I have social anxiety. I can't walk out in public. I had a nigga hit me up in the comments. Nigga was just like, bro, I just feel like I never get confident. Damn, you said what, nigga? You said what? And a lot of people feel that way. Social anxiety, kicking their ass, right? And I'm gonna break down why you feel that way. Why when you go out in public, bro, you can't make eye contact. You wearing your hood over your head. But I'm gonna give you the game, cause I was right there with you. Bro, I remember when I was in Beaumont, Texas, bro. Shit, walking in that motherfucker, man, with, shit, hey, that's before I even worked out. Nigga was scrawny, skinny as hell. Right? I didn't know how to gain muscle. I didn't even know how to work out. I go in that motherfucker with my hood on, all type of shit. Work out in my hoodie. And that's why I wear my hoodie now, bro. I just fell in love with wearing hoodies to the gym. I just got used to it. But back in the day when I first started working out, bro, was wearing my hoodie. Cause I was scrawny as hell. So when I walked in the gym, I had social anxiety. You get what I'm saying? When you going somewhere, you're not comfortable. It's just like a cat, bro. When a cat feel uncomfortable, it's always gonna go on the corner. As soon as people start walking by, what a cat do? It run away. But when a cat comfortable, it don't move. You see what I'm saying? Just like you, when you're going in public, bro, you want to go to the corner. Yeah, you go to a big ass gym, you trying to work out all the way in the back. You trying to go all the way to the corner. That's why you have social anxiety, is because you're not comfortable. When you talking to a woman, the reason you can't look at her in her eyes, because she make you uncomfortable. Maybe because of how good she look. Right? Let's say you meet Beyonce for the first time. Let's say you meet somebody that's not attractive, but they got a lot of followers, right? You still gonna have that anxiety. Why? Because her status, because her looks, because her fat ass. Some of you niggas, the fat ass, right? Attractiveness. That's why. And that's why I always tell y'all, you can't look at the appearance of a woman, because the appearance of a woman, that's nothing to the game that's coming out your mouth. It's nothing to your success and your, what you accomplish. Beauty ain't nothing. That's why you got to get over the looks, right? I understand, man, she fine. That's why I always tell y'all, bro, once you change this to the point when you look at a woman, you not feared, right? Her beauty don't intimidate you. That's when you're going to approach, and that's when you're going to talk to her with some confidence. The reason you can't, because you're intimidated. And, I've been there plenty of times, bro. I'm never going to act like, man, I ain't never been intimidated. When I was younger, bro, when you don't have success, when you're not just 100% confident with yourself, of course, her beauty is going to intimidate you. But then when you start working on yourself, right, you start being more accomplished. As a man, it's hard to feel accomplished, bro, when you don't have no bread. And that's why a lot of times you have social anxiety. You go in places knowing you don't have your shit together. Knowing they probably looking at you like you ain't shit. But when you start getting your bread, when you start getting your body right, you think I go into that same gym? You think I go to this gym right now in Dubai? Even in Houston, I went to Alpha Land. In Dubai, I go to one of the best gyms. You think I go there with my hood on because I'm insecure about my body? And I don't even think I was insecure about my body. I think a lot of people are not really insecure. It's just like you don't really know how to work out. You think you're doing every exercise wrong. And you just feel like, God damn, I'm scrawny compared to all these people in here. Let's say you go to a famous gym in your city and they all pulling up with Rolls Royces and Maybachs. You go in there, right? Hopping out of taxi. Yeah, drop me off one block. I don't want everybody to see me hopping out this taxi. So then when you go into this gym and you feel like everybody is rich, that's why you have social anxiety. You want to go to the corner because you don't want the eyes on you, right? You don't want them to peep. Oh, that's the broke nigga over there. Oh, that's the scrawny nigga over there, right? It's still a level of insecurity. It's still a level of not knowing who you is. But once you know who you is, it don't matter if you got a Nissan, whatever, right? It don't matter what car you pulling up in because you secure with yourself. You know who you is, right? If I knew who I was back in the day, me being skinny, it's like, it is what it is. If I go to a gym, they gonna know I don't really know what I'm doing. They gonna know this is my first week in the gym. But it is what it is. It's like me going to hang out with a whole bunch of billionaires back in the day. If I don't have no bread, how am I going to that meeting and be just hella talkative and social? I can't. But now, because my confidence level, it may be because I have bread. Maybe because I look apart, my body look good. You know what I mean? I like looking myself in the mirror, right? I like the body that I've been working on. This mindset that I've been training for years and years is sharp now. I don't know where it stems from, but when I go to the meeting, I don't care who I'm talking to. I don't care what woman I'm talking to. I can speak with a little authority, with a little confidence, right? Or with a level of confidence. I'm not fearful of nobody. Nobody can make me stutter when I communicate, but y'all seen the growth though. From my people that been here since the beginning, bro, y'all seen when I first made my video, it was just like I wasn't as confident. Why? Because I was uncomfortable. So even to y'all, even though I'm not meeting y'all in person, even just talking on camera, I had a level of social anxiety because I wasn't comfortable. But as time done grew, because man, I've been putting the reps in, now all of a sudden, hey, I'm Steph Curry, I'm shooting my shot and I'm turning around with it. Y'all seen the growth. Y'all seen how comfortable I am on camera now. Y'all see, I don't really take a lot of pauses. I don't be stuttering. I can talk fast. I've never been this way. But because I've been reading books, because I just been, always just picking out different books, that's my entertainment now. I read more books than I'm watching shit online. And that's why I can talk with a level of confidence, authority. It's because I know what I'm talking about now, right? I'm not scared. I'm not fearful to, hit the live button, turn on the camera. Why? Because I got reps in the game. A lot of y'all, the reason you have social anxiety talking to people, because you don't have enough reps in. You don't talk to enough people on your regular day. You don't read enough books, so you don't even have the words in your file cabinet. I always tell y'all, this is a file cabinet. You don't have a lot of words in the file cabinet, so even when you're talking to people, you don't even know what to say next. That's why you have social anxiety. I've always been an introvert, my whole life. Even to my cousins. I remember my cousin used to come to the crib, bro, and I always was just like, bro, in my room. Where Valentino went? Where about? He in his room. Oh my God, man, tell him to come out, mama. Tell him to come out. I'm 15, 16. Yeah, tell him to come out of his room. They had to force me to come out the room. So it's not just, oh, she too bad. It's about women. Now, I've been this way my whole life. I've always been an introvert. I didn't feel like socializing. I don't know what it was. I always like to be by myself. But in a world full of sharks, they kind of make you, socialize. If you want to network with people, they make you have to socialize. Because if you don't socialize, you can't network, right? It's part of the game. So I had to get out my comfort zone by doing what? Talking to people, getting myself out there. Even though I want to stay in the house, let me go for a walk a little bit. I don't have to be in clubs to interact with people. Let me just go for jogs in the morning. Let me go walk in the morning, walk the beach. And then I start meeting people on my jogs. I start meeting people when I rode my bike. You don't have to be in clubs to interact with people. When I go to the grocery store, you talking to the clerk. You talking to somebody that's bagging your groceries. You chopping it up with random customers that's shopping like you shopping. You just having regular conversations. That's how you build your social skills as an introvert. And over time, now I'm good at communicating. I'm not nervous. I'm not shy no more. All shyness come from, bro, is being timid. It's being scared to talk. You don't want to mess up when you're communicating. But if you know what you're talking about, you're not going to be shy talking about basketball if you watch the NBA, right? You're going to be going and going and going and going and going. Why? Because you know what you're talking about. The reason you shy, the reason you have social anxiety, because when you're talking to people, you don't know what you're going to say next. So every word you were planning in your mind, like, okay, am I going to say it right? Are they going to make fun of me if I mess up? You see what I'm saying? In order to not feel that way, you have to be educated in a lot of things, but it's okay not to know. It's okay to tell somebody, I'm not knowledgeable of what you want me to be knowledgeable of. Can you teach me? A lot of people, they have too much arrogance. They feel like they know everything. So they're scared to go up to the next man and be like, can you teach me this? I don't really know what I'm talking about. Right? Everybody feel like they know everything where they can't be taught. So now you sound ignorant. Now you sound dumb because you trying to act like you know more than the teacher. You know more than this person. Whole time they looking at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? And you it's basically like you overcompensating because you don't know. Right? You overcompensating. So you over here saying a whole bunch of bullshit rather than sitting back and letting them teach you, soaking up game from this person. So now you trying to overcompensate from you not knowing, right? From your shyness, from your insecurities, and now you just speaking a whole bunch of bullshit out your mouth. You feel what I'm saying? To get over this social anxiety, to get over the shyness, to get over the nervousness, you have to, ignore that thing in your head or ignore that person or that thought in your mind. Like, man, nah, they all looking at my nose. They all looking at my eyes too far apart. Or they all looking at my fucked up ass teeth. So now you talking like this. Yeah, you're not trying to show your teeth, right? You got a fucked up ass nose. You trying to make sure you don't turn because they gonna see that long ass nose. So you trying to talk like this. The motherfucker move over there. You don't want them to see that side view. So it's like you always in your own head. Whole time the person you talking to, they don't give a fuck about your teeth. They don't give a fuck about your nose. They don't care about your big ass ears. They don't care that you short. They don't care about none of that. But in your own head, you gonna tell yourself, everybody looking at me. Everybody in their head, they laughing at me. When you at the gym trying to work out, in my mind, that's why I wore the hoodie. When I first started, I'm like, damn, am I doing it right? So in my own head, I can't even work out properly because I'm thinking people looking at me and they laughing. They all the way over there and they all the way outside. They not even in the audience. They not even in the room. They not even in the gym. And I'm thinking they laughing at me because they laughing over there in the corner. Whole time they laughing between each other. I'm thinking they looking my direction, laughing at me because I'm not doing it right. So now I go back in that shell. Now I'm the cat. I'm going back in the corner. That's why you have social anxiety. You worrying about what people are thinking about you. You worrying about what people are saying about you when everybody is going through their own life. Nobody really give a fuck. And if they do give a fuck, who cares? They gonna go home. They gonna forget this shit even happened. They gonna forget you walked by, had this long ass nose. They gonna forget you walked by, had these big ass ears. They gonna forget you walked by and you was short as hell. But in your mind, you gonna always replay this shit. Like, damn, man, you gonna go home like, damn, why I ain't approach her? Damn, why I ain't talk to her? Damn, bro, I had one opportunity. I don't even know if I'm gonna see her again. Right? You talking to somebody over here stuttering and shit. You gonna get in the car like, what the fuck? Why was I stuttering? Why was I so nervous? Why did I just have social anxiety just now? Why was I in my head about it, bro? And then you talk to the girl, you talk to the dude later on, and they were just like, yeah, man, I was nervous myself. Oh, you was nervous? I didn't even know you was nervous. Bro, sometimes people have that conversation with you. I remember a girl I talked to, bro, and she was like, bro, I was nervous as hell talking to you. And back in the day, bro, I was nervous talking to her. I'm like, damn, is she gonna fuck with me? Right? At the time I had a baby face and she was grown. So I'm like, God damn it, she gonna fuck with me? I look like a kid. So I was trying to, overcompensate. I'm trying to act mature and shit. I'm trying to use big words, sounding crazy. What? Shit, auditorium? You mean auditorium? You feel me? So, that's what you do. You sit there and you try to overcompensate and you just look more dumb. Just be yourself. If they rock with you, they rock with you. If they don't, they don't. But a lot of time I was overcompensating. Why? Because she was older. And in my head, I was thinking she wasn't gonna fuck with me because why? I had a baby face. Whole time she said I liked the mustache. I only had the mustache at the time. She's like, I just like the mustache look. Right? I was looking like one of them cops and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just the mustache, no beard, nothing, right? She was like, I like that. But in my mind, I was telling myself, nah, she ain't gonna rock with me because I look like a baby. Right? You have to get out your own head, and that's how you can beat and get over, that social anxiety. Getting over that fear of approaching a woman. And that's all I want to tell y'all, bro. I want y'all to go into public and stop thinking negative, right? I think it's going to public having this negative, connotation like, oh man, this person gonna view me in this light, or, this person gonna think this of me. And when you go in thinking negatively, you always gonna have a negative response, you're gonna have a negative outcome. But when you go in with a positive outcome, you always got to really, come back to women. When you have a positive outcome, like, man, hey, this girl gonna fuck with me. Why? Because I'm Valentino Ali. But if you go in like, oh, I don't know, man, she's not gonna fuck with me because of X, Y, and Z, you always gonna have a negative outcome. Why? Because the way you talking and communicating is gonna, it's gonna reflect that. But when you go in with this confidence, like, oh, I'm Valentino Ali, man, you'll be crazy not to choose up on me. You'll be crazy not to give me your number, right? That's the level of confidence you got to have when you're going into this world. But to build that, you have to build it within, right? You can't have, low-key insecurities because it's always going to come out in one shape or another, right? It's always going to show itself. So if you low-key insecure, you low-key not really happy, you low-key just going through it, and your conversation is going to reflect that. And I'm going to tell y'all like this, like, another thing is, you're not always going to have this just charismatic and just crazy energy in public, and you just want to talk to everybody, and you just, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? What's up? My name Valentino. You gonna some days have them times where you don't want to be bothered, right? That's not really social anxiety. You're gonna have days where you don't want to talk. You're not yourself. That happens, bro. It's life. You're gonna have days where you're not confident. You're gonna have days where you feel like you can't approach this woman because you're not confident that day. You're not feeling it that day. You probably might be going through some problems where you're not feeling, your happiest. So you feel like you can't approach. Not because you insecure, not because you have this social anxiety. It's because, nigga, you're not in the right headspace, right? You're not feeling like yourself. It's just something about it. You're not feeling yourself. But just like Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Steph Curry and KD, that's my favorite player, right? Just like Steph Curry, when he shoot that shot, he keep on bricking for weeks. He can't find this shot in months. Yeah, you can't let that hold you down, though. Yeah, you can't let that break your confidence, though, because a lot of people, they be stuck in low self-esteem. They be stuck in having, poor social skills, social anxiety. They be stuck in that. You got to get over that. You get what I'm saying? You got to get over that. You keep missing your shots, right? You can't let that break you. You can't let you approach one girl, she shut you down. You can't approach, this girl didn't fuck with you because she think your ass short. She think your ass ugly, right? You can't let that break you. Because everybody gonna miss shots. Everybody have days where they're not as confident. You just can't lose your confidence. You just can't forget who you is, bro. A lot of people forget, right? Ben Simmons, he forgot who he was. Come on, bro, you 6'10", bro, dunk on these niggas. But when you lose that confidence, bro, it's hard to gain it back. And now when you go in public, people can see you lost your confidence. Now you're not having that boldness. Now you're not having that confidence out your mouth. So you can brag and say you confident, but people gonna know, yeah, you don't have it like that no more, man. Yeah, you don't have no belief in self. See, you can trick yourself, but you can't trick the world no more. It's too much, it's so much social media out there, so much content out there. People gonna know that you capping. And fuck people, bro. You gonna know that you capping. You gonna have social anxiety. You can lie on the gram that you're out here living your life. You have all this confidence, all this peace. These girls be sitting up on gram. They talking about they have all this peace. They the happiest they ever been. And then at nighttime, they crying themselves to sleep. So you have to, believe in yourself. The hell what social media talking about? You have to build your confidence up. You the only one that can put this work in, bro. So you can build your self-esteem. I don't want you feeling like that, dog. You part of the low-key family. I know we stack our bread and we low-key with this shit, but I always want y'all to have confidence. I don't want y'all to be insecure. I don't want y'all to be feeling low. And y'all know what it is too? It's society. Society pushes on you, bro, materialism and value and materialistic things. So you feel like if you don't have this materialistic shit, you feel like you worthless, right? You feel like because you can't pull up in a McLaren or a Maybach that you're worthless. You feel like because you don't have the jewelry, right? You don't have the money that you want, you're worthless. And that's the problem. And that's a self-belief problem. And that's why you have social anxiety, right? It's just like going to the gym and you skinny. It's gonna be hard to work out. Why? Because you feel like everybody in that gym is swole and they looking at your skinny ass work out. Just like being fat. When you go to the gym, you feel like everybody looking at you. So right now you in your own head because motherfuckers not really looking at you like that, right? And that's another thing too. You might feel like you being, overlooked, unseen. So that could be another negative too. Like you like, damn, bro, nobody giving me no choosing signals. Nobody looking at me. And that's why you keep on going to the gym. No hoe looking at you. No nigga talking to you. You not even seen. You overlooked. And that's why a lot of time you have social anxiety. Because you already feel like you ain't shit. Why? Because in your head, you telling yourself, nobody fucking with me because, I'm short, I'm ugly, right? I'm a tall, lanky nigga. Tall, lanky, ugly nigga too. You know what I'm saying? And in your mind, you keep telling yourself it's because of these, these things. And in your mind, you convince yourself, this is why people not talking to you. This is why girls not talking to you. But the whole time, maybe you intimidating. Maybe you are handsome, but you're intimidating. Smile a little more, nigga. You feel me? Smile a little more. Open yourself up. Sometime, bro, you not approachable. Right? Sometimes you gotta put yourself out there. Maybe you're not putting yourself out there enough. You stand on dating apps all fucking day. You're not even trying to make friends. You know, you at the gym, man, dude's trying to talk to you. You got your head down, you got your headphones in. How people gonna try to, conversate with you? You're not being open. You're not even open to network. So now you don't have no friends. You don't have no chicks. But that's from you doing that. It's not because you ugly. It's not because you ain't shit. You don't have no money. It's because, bro, you're not approachable. You got to put yourself out there. But you're scared to put yourself out there because you feel like, oh, I don't have the money, so they're not gonna fuck with me. Oh, I don't have the clout, so they don't want to collab with me. They don't want to make bids with me. They don't want to talk to me. I'm not shit. I'm not a millionaire. You know, what can they gain from fucking with me? Man, they can gain everything. Why? Because it's not about the materialistic things. Nigga, they should fuck with you because, nigga, you cool as hell to hang out with. You a vibe. When they start talking to you, they like, man, this nigga genuine as hell. Right? Why wouldn't they want to hang out with you? Ah, man, Valentino, but I don't got the lamb chop. You don't need the lamb chop. That's what's wrong with society right now. They feel like, man, shit, I can only hang out with you, bro, if you pull up in a Rolls Royce. But that's what makes it, not authentic, though. You understand? I don't want friends like that around me anyway. I don't want chicks around me that just care about me because I have the McLaren. But I want real niggas around me. But you got to open up to, attract real niggas. If you wait until you get the Rolls Royce to get friends, now you got a whole bunch of friends that only fuck with you because of Rolls Royce. If you feel like girls ain't fucking with you because of just who you is right now, and you got to stack your bread up, so right now you're not confident, right now you walking into buildings, you walking everywhere, nigga, fuck the gym, you walking into the mall, you walking to Whole Foods, you walking to every grocery store in the motherfucking city, you walking places, you have your head down because you feel like, man, I don't got the jewelry, I'm not super swole, I didn't pull up and the girls didn't see me hop out of Maybach. And you feel like, man, just one day when I hop out that Maybach, yeah, I'm gonna spin the block on these chicks. Yeah, when I get the Maybach and the Rolls Royce, I'm gonna have all these niggas around me. But you don't even want them people around you anyway because it's like, bro, that's the wrong type of friend group, right? So you gotta get out your own head and stop telling yourself you gotta wait until you get these things to attract what you want. You're not gonna attract what you want if you have this mindset. But if you change your mindset and you start thinking like, you know what, bro, I'm just gonna start opening up. I'm gonna get out my comfort zone. It's comfortable, bro, putting your headphones in, putting your hoodie over your head, and just going shopping, going to the gym, not making no eye contact, not talking to people. And every day, bro, you not talking to people, bro. It's like every day you not getting no sun. Right? You gonna feel drained. You gonna feel bad. Because as people, bro, we need to communicate with other people. Trust me, bro. I know I'm an introvert. I had to get out my comfort zone. I don't have a whole bunch of people around me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying get a big ass friend group. I'm not saying just go over here and just start chopping with every woman that you see. But what I'm saying is get out your comfort zone and just communicate with people. That's how you get out this social anxiety bullshit. That's how you get out your own head. But then you start realizing, damn, they actually do fuck with me. The reason I'm so confident, because I started realizing, damn, people actually do fuck with Valentino Ali. I don't have to pull up in a McLaren for them to be my friend. Right? I start getting girls to choose up on me. I don't got my McLaren out here in Dubai right now. Oh, so they do fuck with me for me. When I go places, I don't be wearing all my jewelry and shit. Oh, they do fuck with me for me. And that's what boosts my confidence up. See, just pull it up on the McLaren, they fuck with me because of the McLaren. Yeah, that's not boosting my confidence. That's outer confidence, but it's not building the inner confidence. When they fucking with you for you, though, that's when you go out in public, bro, and your ass will sit up there, you just talking to everybody. Why? Because you have self-confidence. You built up your self-esteem. This shit has to be built up from small wins, right? From talking to people and they fucking with you for you. You feel what I'm saying? But you got to put yourself out there, though, right? And I want y'all, man, one thing y'all can do, man, step one, man, get into books. And book recommendations, bro. One thing about books, bro, I'm going to tell y'all like this, bro. It's like playing video games. And just imagine in your mind when you're playing video games that it's not like 2K where you can play online, right? Imagine in these video games, it's like a campaign mode where you can beat the campaign and then you got to play a different game, right? So, you playing these games and you beat one game, right? You beat 2K, hypothetically. You beat Madden. You beat Call of Duty. You beat all these campaigns, right? And you go from game to game to game to game to game. And then you run across this game that you never even seen before. Let me pick this up, man, because I already beat these other games. Let me see what this game's talking about. Right? Nah, I don't like this game. Then you get another game. I kind of like this game. I don't know what this game is. And then you start, okay, I like this game too. I like this game, okay? And then you beat this game. That's the same thing with books, right? You gotta start with the 2K, what you like, right? You gotta start with books that you like reading. I can't give you the books that I like reading because you might start reading the book and you're like, what the fuck is this? Right? Is this Minecraft? Man, you start trying to play Minecraft. I don't know what Valentino Ali talking about. Throw that book away. Right? But you gotta start off with books that you like reading. You might like anime. You might be a sexual ass nigga, man. Right? You gotta read motherfucking 50 Shades of Grey. That's what you gotta do. You gotta start with stuff that you like reading, and then eventually, bruh, after you finish this book, after you finish this book, after you finish this book, you're gonna go into books that you never even thought you liked. Because now you're gonna be, you was a gamer, now you're gonna be somebody that just love reading books, right? You're gonna get into books that you never even thought you would read. And then I can give you books that I like. Because now you're like, okay, I'm open-minded of reading that book. But if you just start reading books for the first time, the books that I like, you might not like, and it might turn you off. Right? It's like starting playing video games and then you start with Minecraft. You like, bro, I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this game and shit. And that's why a lot of people stop reading, because you start reading and you can't, keep reading because you're reading some bullshit. You trying to read Harry Potter for the first time. The shit down in like Spanish. It's a whole bunch of big ass words. Shit long as fuck. You're not gonna finish it. So you just gonna get turned off and you're not gonna read no more. Right? So you gotta start off with books that you like reading. And now, nigga, now you start reading books every day. Now all of a sudden your conversation skills getting better. Why? Because you got words in that file cabinet. And now you're gonna enjoy conversating. Now when you're going in the public, you're gonna like talking. Why? Because you be getting reps in behind closed doors. When you read books and you got that file cabinet, it's a whole bunch of words in your mind. Now you don't have that social anxiety when you're talking to people. Why? Because you're comfortable talking to people. Oh my God, Valentino, how did you bring that back? Now you comfortable with talking to people. Now you in public, you don't feel like going to the corner like the cat. Why? Because nigga, you ready to talk to people. You ready to show people you have big words in that file cabinet. You ready to conversate with women and speak your game. Right? Valentino been talking about game and shit like that. You been reading your books and all of a sudden, bro, hey, I'm ready for it, man. I've been shooting in the gym. I've been studying behind closed doors. So now I can talk to this woman. Yeah. Hey, Valentino told me, man, don't look at the beauty. I know she fine, but I gotta treat this bitch like a fat bitch. Right? I gotta treat her like she a 5, and then you go up to her with some confidence. You got all these words in the file cabinet, and now all of a sudden you start using big ass words, and all of a sudden you start to be a little witty. You speaking like a poet, right? And now all of a sudden, man, she might shoot you down. But you gotta understand, bro, you can't be 10 for 10 every game. You gotta keep on shooting though. Keep on shooting. Eventually, bro, you gonna understand the game. You gonna understand some games you gonna be 5 for 10. Some games you gonna be 7 for 10. Some games you gonna be 10 for 10. And then as soon as you start becoming 10 for 10 with these hoes, nigga, your confidence level is gonna keep on shooting. It's gonna keep on rising. But it's unrealistic, man, to go 10 for 10. So you gotta understand the game gonna allow you to be 6 for 10, right? And that's where you're gonna be at. The 5 for 10s, the 6 for 10s. Your ass don't want to be 1 for 10. That's when you be insecure, right? That's when you start having more social anxiety. When you start going 1 for 10. So, but to prevent that, you got to go in knowing what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? You got to go in with the words in the file cabinet. Because Ben Simmons can go in the game all day with that confidence. He on the 3-point line. He been watching little Steph Curry videos and shit like that. Motherfucker been watching little Valentino Ali. So now all of a sudden you think you can go over there and start shooting some 3-pointers. Yeah, that shit all motherfucking glass. My bad. All net. No, it ain't going inside the net. Shit going, under the net. Was that a switch? No, that was an air ball, nigga. Right? So now Ben Simmons going, probably not even 1 for 10, 0 for 10. So his confidence level gonna go right there. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not ready for it. You're not practicing. That's why I say you gotta read. Step 1, read. Step 2, go outside, touch some goddamn grass and communicate. All the game you learning from videos, teaching yourself, the books, getting information from the books. You gotta apply that now, right? You gotta go in public and apply that, and everything gonna come together. Now all of a sudden, you're gonna forget about that insecurity. Yeah, that insecurity that was holding you back, you're gonna forget about that. Because now you have reps in, and now you talking to people and getting good feedback, and they choosing up on you. So even though you got a big ass bell pepper ass nose, now you got the confirmation that they don't care about your big ass nose. But how you gonna get that confirmation if your ass 0 for 10 and nobody can give you no feedback. You get what I'm saying? You need to get feedback, but how do you get feedback? You gotta go outside and touch some grass. You gotta take your hoodie off, take your headphones out, conversate with people, and that's what boosts your self-esteem. That's what boosts your confidence. So now you can go in the public, bro, and now all of a sudden you talking your shit. Now you getting numbers after numbers. Now you networking, you talking to people. And now you realize, damn, I don't even need the materialistic shit. That shit just a plus, right? And that's how, you beat the social anxiety bullshit. That's how you beat having low self-esteem, no confidence. Man, y'all go tap into the kick, man. Y'all go tap into the Discord. My name Valentino Ali, nigga. And I'm out, bruh.